Hello lovelies, how are you all doing this week? I'm going to do a TBR and wrap up for the month of November. Because I didn't finish this one yet, Herald of the Storm by Richard Ford. I'm really interested in finishing it. It's just, it has so many characters and it's really tiring when I read it. So I haven't been making as fast progress as I really wanted to. But I did read the other 4 TBRs of the month for November, starting out with City of Heaven by Cassandra Clare. Didn't do a review on this one because it's the 6th book of the series and it's been so long since I read the original 5 that getting back into the story, I was so forgetful about characters, plot line. Thankfully, there was enough little reminders throughout this book to re-get me into it, but not too many that you're like, half this book was just me being reminded of what the other books were about. I feel like it went on a little bit long, and how it ended was kind of a cop-out. Everyone gets their happily ever after kind of thing. But, I mean, Cassandra Clare always wants to have a happy ending kind of idea. So, I did really enjoy this book. I am very happy about this series being done. I enjoyed it, but Clockwork Orange, every time. Clockwork Angel series, the Infernal Devices, I think was better. Next, I read Belzhar, which I enjoyed, but took me forever to read. It was slow, and I didn't really connect strongly to any of the characters, so it just kind of, I meandered through it. I feel like if this book had been out when I was younger, I could totally have just gobbled it up, but I think I'm just a little bit past that stage of my life that this book was really meant for. After that, I read Snow Like Ashes, which I loved. I'm excited for the rest of the books. Anytime they can come, I'll be excited. There was a few little things that drove me insane about this book, but nothing that was majorly horrible. I would say go out, pick this book up, and read it. Lastly, I read and completed Sea of Shadows. I hate this book. There was good ideas within it, but I think it was just a failure in total. I know she has other books that are really good. I'm definitely not saying, hey, everybody, don't read her books. I'm saying young adult might not be her forte. She has done adult books, and I think going into the young adult has kind of been where she slipped up. She's written the characters way too young for their age group. So for me, it was just baby guppies. And as I said, I am reading Herald of the Storm. I'm really enjoying it. But if you see all these little green stickies, that's every single character as they add them. I think there's one character I actually don't have a sticky on. So there's nine characters that got added in the first 8 chapters or something. So I'm 133 pages in, and other than they all live in the same city, I'm really unsure how this book is going to play out with all these characters, and it's not that big of a book. I know that there's a second book, but I really hope that it gets to a point where I just kind of a cliffhanger, not just well, I feel like I got enough information and I don't want to keep reading. I need to do my TBR for December, but it's a really difficult decision. I need to read Queen of the Tearling for book club December, which is the second Tuesday of December. And so that is on my TBR because I've only missed one book club book finishing it, and that was, I believe, Gone Girl. That one was just too much for me. I did finish it. It took me forever. Secondly, for TBR for December, it's really hard because I went to go buy books for people for Christmas, but I went there and realized I didn't really have a clue what these people really read. So then I ended up buying books I wanted to read. So that was where the problem lay. I bought The Bone Season, which I'm really excited. I know that the second book is coming out really soon. I haven't read this yet. And it was only $8 and it's hardcover, so I'm really excited about that. But I don't know for sure if I'm giving this one away, and so it might not be in the TBR this month. But I have no, for sure positives. Then I bought these 3 books because A, they were pretty, and B, they sound really good. And they're all adult fiction, I believe. And it's really exciting for me because I don't buy that many adult fiction. This one's called The Taxidermist's Daughter, and from the back, I kind of feel like it's almost a mixture of what I wanted from the Museum of Extraordinary Things and a little bit of what you kind of get out of the Raven Boys, like the supernaturally part, and it's based in 1912. So it could be really exciting. I really want to read this before I give it to somebody, because what's the point of giving people books if you can't then discuss it with them once they're done reading it? This one I picked because it looked pretty. It's called Gretel and the Dark by Eliza Granville. This one is called by Kate Mosse. Again, this one sounded good. You shouldn't leave me in a bookstore ever. You don't want to know how much I spent while I was in the bookstore. I bought so many other things than just books. But yeah, this book sounds really good as well, and again, I want to read it before I give it away because then I can discuss it with people, and if I've already read it, then I can actually decide if somebody will like it before I give it to them and they're like, well, thanks for that really weird book. And lastly, I had also picked up The Midnight Queen by Sylvia Izzo Hunter. Hopefully I didn't just butcher her name. This is about magic in Britain with Merlin-ish idea. It looks really good. As I said, you can't trust me in a bookstore. So those are the books I picked up this month, recently. I'm sure I picked up other books because I have a problem. So there's a bunch of other books I want to finish this month. I also want to read The Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. I would like to read the other 2 books out for the Raven cycle. Everything on this shelf I haven't already read. And a few things beside my bed. So my TBR this month is a little bit just erratic. Whatever I get done, because also there will be all of the Christmassy things happening. We have a 2-year-old, so it's really excited to do a bunch of Christmassy things with him this year because it's his first real Christmas. We got a real tree. Well, not a real tree. We got a fake tree this year. The first one I've had in 8 years. My fear of the cats going in it has definitely come to fruition. But at least the tree hasn't knocked over yet. Cross my fingers. That just doesn't happen. This one's a little bit more sturdy than the tree I had as a kid. So far it's been pretty good. Anywho, Christmas. As I said, I have no idea for TBR this month what I'm gonna get read, if anything, just due to the fact of all of the Christmas things that will be happening. My husband's family is super family oriented during Christmas. We'll never know. Until the end of December. Then I will know what I actually read and what I didn't, and you guys will see reviews. I also plan this month to do my top 5 series that I really enjoy. There's going to be some honorable mentions due to the fact that I haven't finished everything in a series or it hasn't all come out. So just books that I really want to continue. Apparently I forgot to record my goodbyes today on my video. I just didn't want it to end. I was halfway done doing my editing and realized there's no end to this. If you guys have any comments or suggestions for books down below, write them in the comments. I'll have a brief list of all the books I mentioned today in this video in the description. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Enjoy yourself out in the snow. Unless you're watching from somewhere that doesn't have snow, then F you. I love you guys lots, just we just got like 30 centimeters. Ugh. Snow. Anywho, hope you guys are enjoying something this month. And I'll see you guys again soon.